Hi, so welcome. My name is Abby. I blog Inside the Travel Lab, and here we are in the office, and we are going to have a look at this bag, the Osprey Farpoint 36. Now, this bag is different to many of the Osprey ones because it has wheels and a backpack. Okay, so I'm going to show you through the main features here, and then you can find the full write-up on the website, which is Inside the Travel Lab. So let's go. So there are 4 different ways that you can carry this. Number 1 is the strong handle at the top, like this. Number 2, strong handle at the side. And this is important because I've had plenty of bags break when they haven't had the right strength handles. This pulls up, it's a single thing and a button to press down, and you can wheel it along, so it's great for city breaks or airports. And then finally there's the backpack harness, so you can wear it like a normal backpack. So if you've ended up somewhere you're glamping, or there's really cobbled streets and it's bumping along, or you just need both hands free for something else, either you're traveling with kids, you're holding another bag, you're checking in, whatever, you can use it as a backpack. I'm going to show you the wheeling part because that's one of the best things of the Osprey bags. I know that they're well known for their sense of adventure, but what I really like is how well made they are. Okay, I've tested out a lot of these bags now all around the world, and so far they haven't let me down. So what on earth is different about the wheels? Oh, sticking out there. Is that they just work well. They wheel over surfaces beautifully. This, you can see here, has a stand, so when you stop and it's wheeling, the bag will stand up. Okay, look, it's not balanced on anything, totally hands-free, and the bag is standing up. Okay, that's also quite rare. Lots of bags will fall down. And this works really easily and well. So quite often when someone's grabbing your bag to help you get a taxi or something, and they can really give it quite a heavy-handed touch, the bag will be fine with it. Now, the storage side of things, this is the Osprey 36. Most people know of the 40, but this one will fit inside most aeroplanes, okay, for carry-on or cabin luggage, depending on where you're from. I obviously haven't filled it completely here, but you can see it's quite small, and that's one of its advantages and disadvantages. So there is a larger series that also has this backpack and wheelie feature, but this is the smaller one, so you know it's going to fit in the aeroplane that you're in. You won't have to check it in. I mean, always check the baggage specifications of who you're flying with, but generally speaking, unless you're on one of the really strict ones, this bag's going to be fine. It's soft, as you can see, so it squishes down, and it's slightly water resistant, but the fabric is a little bit on the thin side, so it's not one of the fully waterproof bags, and of course it's not a hard shell bag. So again, head over to the blog where I talk quite a lot about luggage because I travel a lot and it's really important, but there are some circumstances when this harder shell is going to be more important. But this, it helps keep it lightweight. Okay, it's under 3 kilos and it's water resistant. Let's see what else you have on this bag. So at the front, you can see here, you have 2 clips that can help compress like this. All right, so if you haven't got it full like this, you can stop, as I have, it's quite empty now, you can stop everything flying around on the inside, and quick and easy release. You have 2 mesh pockets on the front. These are great for a water bottle in one and perhaps a newspaper in the other. You have lots of little hooks here that go with the day pack system, or you can clip on your own belongings, particularly if you're doing a hardcore camping, glamping thing. If you're on a city break, you're probably just going to leave these well alone. Then the pockets at the top here. This front pocket runs all the way down to the bottom, okay? So it's very spacious. It can easily fit A4 things. So you've got magazines or work documents and a laptop sleeve. But I would say that the material here is quite thin. So if you are going to put anything valuable in here, like your laptop or your iPad, make sure it's got a separate protective case. Next up, behind, is the part that opens the whole section. Okay, so this unzips like this. It's better than a clamshell where you need a lot of space to get into things, and it's better than the old-fashioned rucksacks, although that's going back a while now, where you had to delve your arm into the dark. Here you can open it up entirely and see what's inside. There is a fine mesh pocket on the inside of the bag here. Okay, so you can stash, I'm not sure what I end up stashing there, cables really, paperwork. I use so many packing cubes that that's about it. Inside there are not many fancy compartments, it's all quite straightforward. You have just these sections that come across to hold your belongings together like this. So it's a mirror of the clips that you've got on the outside of the bag. Just clip it on the right one. Clip like that. This one clips like that. And this can go in the pocket here. Okay, and it's all held together really well. Now, it's called the 36. You don't have that much space in here because the bottom part of the suitcase is also taken up by the paraphernalia that allows it to convert to a backpack. So you do have a little bit of a ridged inside. If that doesn't bother you, depending on your trip, then that's absolutely fine. And this, I'm about to show you the backpack section because that's where this really becomes worth it. Osprey makes male and female versions of its bags. The female ones are supposed to have narrower shoulders and different measurements to make it more comfortable. I sometimes notice a difference, sometimes not. Depends what kind of sized man and woman you are, I suppose. They have quite broad shoulders anyway. So the secret, and this is a real review, this is the panel of the back of the suitcase. It's going to unzip and give you the backpacking harness. There's a little luggage label area that you can put your label details in here, but it also works, as you're about to find out, as an extra storage compartment. So I'm going to unzip here, and here's all the belongings from my last trip that I wedged into the back. So pop those down and let you see the harness. Here it comes out. Can be a bit stiff and fiddly, so you can do it quite quickly. Like this. You've got the chest strap and the strap that's going to go around your hips. And then, depending on how much of a rush you're in, you can either leave this pocket like this, or you can roll it up, I think that's what you're supposed to do, and attach it into the bag. I'm just gonna show you, you can loosen and adjust the size of the harness here, which is really valuable. Okay, so loosen those two up. So and at the bottom here too. So there really are 1, 2, 3, 4 different points of adjustment, which is amazing for a backpack. It's been some years since I've been backpacking properly, but occasionally this is really, really handy, okay? I now have a little girl, and when I travel with her, I often need my hands free. If I'm going to try and hold her hand and I need my paperwork in the other, then it would be really useful to be able to put this on my back, okay? But I still want a proper rolling suitcase for the rest of the time, and I particularly want a bag that's not going to fall over when I put it down, when I can easily reach it without having to lean over. So that's something that I never would have considered until I had kids, all right? But if you've got a duffel bag, it has to go right to the floor, and that's difficult if you're holding a baby and everything else as well. This suitcase, you can roll along. You can have your handbag or other bags on the top of the suitcase, hold your child who's a toddler in the other hand. There's just lots and lots of options. So I think these are really marketed with the intrepid backpacker in mind. But I think if you're a teen, this is a good way of getting independence and city slicking. And if you're traveling with young children, this is also a good way to go. It's carry-on and backpack and wheelie. So there we are. I'll just clip. You can tighten here, you can tighten here, and let me spin around. Okay, show you the backpack there. Now, my big concern with bags like this is sometimes the wheels dig in when you're walking along and they make it just not possible. You might as well have the backpack or the wheelie and forget it. The design of this is really good. You have to walk a long way before the wheels will bother you. They've really thought about it well. So, thank you very much for watching. That was the Osprey Farpoint 36 review. We have lots of reviews here. We also do destination guides, travel tips, all sorts. My name's Abby. I blog at Inside the Travel Lab, and we are on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, all of that jazz. So do come check us out. Subscribe to hear more from us here, and any comments or questions, do let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.